Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for January 27th through February 2nd, 2020. This week we have Sirius moving into Aquarius on the 31st, and we have a first quarter moon this week as well. So Sagittarius, this is a week to work very hard, to not give up, to not cut corners, just plow through it. Also, with Sirius moving into Aquarius, something from the past may be returning this week. So let's pull a card for overall energy and see what's going on for all the Sagittariuses out there. We have the Wizard, and it says Rune King, Wise One, Counselor. Ooh, so Sagittarius, this actually speaks to me. Oh, there it goes. I kind of saw that because my little easel wasn't up properly. This card actually speaks to me in two ways. First of all, some of you, there's something you're thinking about, something you want to do, something that is kind of a bit beyond your skill set, and you need to seek the advice or counsel from somebody who's in the know, somebody wiser than you, to help you make decisions or how to properly proceed forward. Okay, so for some of you, you are going to be receiving wisdom and counsel and advice from the Wizard, the Wise One. Others of you are going to be that wizard this week where, you really will have the perfect words to say to somebody. And this could be where, somebody, maybe you guys are talking and maybe what they're saying is really annoying you because it's like the same thing over and over and over. Sagittarius, this would be the week for you to finally break your silence and just put it out there and be like, you know what? This is why. And I'll give you a little example. My youngest daughter, one of her friends, just such a moody, emotional person. And, he was like texting her, crying to her, nobody cares about me and this and that. And finally she just broke her silence and was like, well, maybe if you didn't have such a piss poor attitude about everything, you wouldn't, people would want to be around you. And that was really hard for her to say because she really cares about that person. But that was the truth that he needed in that moment, and he actually received it. So Sagittarius, this week, that might be you, where you got to break your silence and finally just say what somebody needs to hear to kind of like snap them out of it. Because if somebody gets like, it's the same thing over and over, they're probably, caught up in victimhood or self-pity, wallowing emotions along like that. And when something really bad happens, everybody deserves to feel sorry for themselves for a little bit, as they work through that emotion. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when it's the same thing, or it's been the same thing for like the past 2 years. You just don't want to hear it anymore, and you've held back because you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Sagittarius, this is the week for you just to put it out there and speak your piece and say, look, you want to know why this keeps happening to you? Because you keep doing this. And as long as you keep doing this, it's going to keep happening. And I love you. I care about you, but I don't want to hear this drama anymore because it's self-induced and you choose it. So Sagittarius, some of you might have to put it out there like that this week. And on the other side of that, some of you, this just might be where you are a shoulder for somebody, and through the connection and conversation, it's like spirit just speaks right through you, and all the words, all the advice, everything they need to hear is just said. It's there for them. Okay, so let's pull a couple more cards and get some more insight about this week. Unity, nice. Yep. See, Sagittarius, you've got to say what you got to say to somebody for sure. And then next is, yes, this is like, do not hold back this week. Even if it feels a little bit crazy or like, God, should I really say that? Say it, okay? Somebody just might really need a wake-up call, and, deliver it delicately, obviously, but that will restore unity within them and restore balance within the connection between the two of you, okay? And then others of you, I do really feel like spirit is just going to speak right on through you this week. My goodness. And then lastly, those of you where it is you're trying to decide something, even if it seems totally crazy, like would this ever work, but you just feel it so strong in your soul, seek advice, because I really feel like it's supposed to happen for you, and that's why you're feeling it. But when it's the unknown or it's super risky, it could be very scary. That's why Spirit's saying, ask somebody who has experience, who's wise, who knows, and they'll give you what it is that you need to hear, or what it is that you need to know to, you know, proceed forward. All right, let's pull some tarot. And this tarot deck is similar to the vice versa tarot, where you can read the card either way. If it comes out with the color, that means this is happening externally. If it comes out as the black and white, that's what's happening inside of you. So let's see, Sagittarius. We have the King of Swords coming out. Judgment. Three of Pentacles. Ooh, the Magician. And lastly, the Two of Pentacles. Okay. So inside this week, Sagittarius, you're very methodical. You are really considering some things, you know, and it could be like this energy I spoke about. You know, you could maybe experience all three of these scenarios this week, okay? Because I see you in deep contemplation, really thinking, being wise and mature about it, I might add, not being obstructed by emotions, you know, nervous energy, none of that. You are very on point in your mental body, and you're strong. So that's probably why you are gonna, Spirit's gonna just speak right through you, or you're finally gonna say what needs to be said, or you know, those of you who are really feeling called and pulled to do something, to try something new, you're thinking deep and hard about it, and man, Sagittarius, do it, because it's your destiny right here with Judgment. And you will have everything you need. And this wizard, I feel, could either team up with you or really give you the information, maybe resources, the education, something that you need to make the magic happen, to make what you want to manifest, what's going on inside of you, actually manifest into external reality. You have it right there with that Magician. You know, and with the Magician also having the perfect words for somebody who needs it. You might be their encouragement, their support system. You might be their wizard, the one giving them the resources, the information, the education that they need to proceed forward on some sort of venture that might be crazy, or you know, to really change their situation. If they're in a rough situation, they might need to do something crazy, make a big change. And that could be the same for you, Sagittarius, as well. If that's the case, the time is now. Don't hold back. Seek the advice if you need it, but I just see things falling in line for you. What you need, the people, the resources, the understanding, everything like coming in, and the magic existing within you. You've got the Magician and the Wizard. Sagittarius, you could take on the world this week and make things happen for you, for other people. It's like you are so empowered. Spirit is walking right with you. Your vibration feels higher than it normally does. You're just in this spiritual space. You're like the Magus just walking through this week, you know, just so wise and brave and bold, and just knowing what to say, when to say it, and even calling people out to the carpet when they need to hear it, but doing it with such grace. And I just noticed this. We have 1, 2, and 3, and then the major arcana Judgment, which is, you know, 22 tens. So to me, that's like energies coming together and aligning for you this week. And you know, bite off more than you can chew. With him right there, bite off more than you can chew, because you will make it happen. You will make the magic. It will work out for you, especially with Magician and the Wizard. And then you got that unity right there. So all the energies, you know, coming together in a synergy for you. It's like you are untouchable, unstoppable this week. And you're just the wise old sage, the Magus, you know. You have the advice and the wisdom, but you also have this magic within you to manifest, to make things happen. So what an empowering week for you, Sagittarius. Go big, go big. Don't hold back at all this week. You are so empowered to do so. It's part of your destiny. All right, what is our advice for the week? Peace. Friends and family and those who care, peace is yours today to share. Yes, see that spirit speaking through you, moving through you this week, in holding people in a gentle embrace with grace and love, you know, those that need advice that way, but also you really just saying what has to be said to somebody to snap them out of it so they can get on a better path for themselves. So you are very empowered this week, Sagittarius. Those are your messages. I am wishing you all the best. Take care.